U.S. B-1B bombers penetrate China's ADIZ, near Taiwan. The U.S. is continuing to project force in the region as two U.S. Air Force bombers were spotted apparently penetrating China's Air Defense Identification Zone and nearing the northeast corner of Taiwan's on Tuesday, November 17. Despite a stalemate with the transfer of power between President-elect Joe Biden and President Donald Trump, the USAF is continuing its missions in East Asia, as demonstrated by plane tracker aircraft spots tweet Tuesday morning that two USAF B-1B bombers had allegedly flown into China's ADIZ. At 9:46 a.m., the plane spotter reported that two USAF B-1B Lancers had departed Andersen Air Force Base in Guam on their way to the East China Sea. The flight path shown by Aircraft Spot's tweet shows the last recorded location of the bombers being just inside China's ADIZ in the East China Sea. The bombers' flight also took the warplanes very close to the northeast corner of Taiwan's ADIZ. If they continued on the same trajectory, they would have also entered Taiwan's ADIZ. The aircraft watcher added that two USAF Boeing KC-135R Stratotankers had also been detected providing aerial refueling for the bombers. Over the past 2 months, the People's Liberation Army Air Force (PLAF) has dramatically stepped up aggressive intrusions into Taiwan ADIZ. In addition, since October 30, China's newest Type 075 landing helicopter Dock (LHD) has been prowling the South China Sea off the coast of Hainan Island at a location very close to the island of Taiwan, reported China state-run mouthpiece The Global Times. Local media reports have cited military experts as suggesting that the flights by USAF warplanes in the region are a warning to China to not take any aggressive actions during the presidential transition. The skies in the waters around Taiwan have become increasingly crowded in recent weeks, and two U.S. Air Force B-1B Lancer bombers and a Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force (PLAF) reconnaissance aircraft were spotted to the east of the island nation on Friday. PLAF aircraft have been encroaching on Taiwanese airspace over the past month. The U.S. bombers, which had departed from Andersen Air Force Base (AFB) in Guam, headed northwest on a course for the East China or South China Seas. According to additional reports via social media, two KC-135R Stratotankers refueled the American bombers during the flight, which was an indication that these were on a long-distance mission. The flight of the bombers took place on the last day of Valiant Shield 2020, a 2-week exercise that involved more than 11,000 personnel and 100 aircraft from the U.S. Navy, Air Force, Army and Marines Corps. Japan's Ministry of Defense (MOD) reported that a Chinese Shaanxi Y-9 reconnaissance aircraft was also spotted in the East China Sea heading in a southwesterly direction. The spy plane crossed the Miyako Strait before turning west, where it then headed toward the eastern sector of Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone (ADIZ) off the coast of Hualien County. Japanese Air Self-Defense Force (JASDF) fighter jets were scrambled to intercept and escort the Chinese Y-9. On Monday, a Chinese Shaanxi Y-8 anti-submarine aircraft also encroached on the ADIZ, which forced Taiwan's Air Force to broadcast a warning for the 13th day in a row. The Taiwanese Ministry of National Defense did not issue a statement on either of the incidents, but it has been noted that Chinese aircraft have increasingly violated Taiwan's ADIZ in the recent weeks. B-1B bomber back in the Pacific. The Air Force's B-1B Lancers had only returned to Andersen AFB for Bomber Task Force (BTF) operations on September 10. 4 of the Cold War-era bombers from the 34th Expeditionary Bomb Squadron, 28th Bomb Wing, Ellsworth AFB, South Dakota, were deployed to support the training efforts of the Pacific Air Forces working with allies, partners and joint forces, and strategic deterrence missions to reinforce the rules-based international order in the region. Prior to arriving in Guam, 2 of the B-1s had integrated with JASDF fighters to conduct escort training in the Sea of Japan. This Bomber Task Force deployment, part of the Dynamic Force Employment Strategy, showcases our unwavering commitment to security and stability in the Indo-Pacific while also demonstrating our ability to provide combat power anywhere, anytime, Colonel David Doss, the 28th BW commander, said in a statement issued in September. The B-1B has the largest conventional payload of both guided and unguided weapons in the Air Force inventory. It can rapidly deliver massive quantities of precision and non-precision weapons against any adversary, anywhere in the world, at any time. The multi-mission B-1 remains the backbone of America's long-range bomber force, and the entire fleet of the bombers recently underwent an 8-year-long upgrade as part of the modernization process. It was the largest and most complicated modification performed to date on the B-1, and it gave the flight deck a completely new look.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe for our channel.